It's grease the grain leg time. And there's cousin Preston. Because I don't do it with my vertigo. So I got the pail hooked up, grease gun, all those good things, wrenches, lithium grease spray to spray the chain. Oh my god, it's killing my neck back, bending. And Preston greases. As soon as I make sure the pail gets going without any issues, I'll back up. Yep, we are good. Pail going up. I always forget to wear gloves for that.
I know, I forgot to grab them.
It'll only hurt if you let go. Yeah. Any bird's nest? Generally the osprey try to make bird's nests on top of the leg. Whenever I see them flying around, I come out and bang on the bottom of it to make noise and to vibrate up through to chase the bastards away. One year they had started a nest. He was throwing down sticks, dead fish carcasses. Yeah, it was nice. Really nice, yeah. Smelled good too. But, so, once the leg is greased, then everything here is greased. All the augers, inside and outside, dryer. Basically, you know, I should probably take this off of Zoom now that we're not there. Then I'm not so ugly, so close to you. Everything here will be greased and ready. The only thing I still got to do is put the computer in the computer room and do all that, and the moisture testers and whatnot. So as soon as this is done, grain system ready. Alright, there's old buddy laying here. Grain system is greased. Cousin Preston has gone home. It's about 5 o'clock on Tuesday. I'm probably heading over to the house shortly. I just wanted to let you guys see old buddy, because we don't know how much longer old buddy's going to be around. Buddy would be 13 in February. And Buddy's, as you can tell, always been a big boy. I mean, 150 pounds plus most of his life. I do have a phone number for a veterinary that will come out, you know, actually come here to, well, euthanize Buddy when the time comes. That time's not going to be until he just can't get around anymore. I mean, it might take the old bastard 10 minutes to walk from here to there, you know, over to our house. But hey, as long as he can keep doing it. I mean, he's getting bad. The dysplasia, or however they call it there, with his, he looks like my father did when the neuropathy was getting to the point that, you know, every time he stands up, his legs just shiver and shake. And there's been a couple times we've actually had to help him get up, but as long as he keeps eating a little, he doesn't eat like he normally does, but as long as he keeps eating a little, he just had 2 bones. He still drinks, you know, we're going to work with him, because Buddy basically grew up with Chelsea. Because Chelsea's 17, or Chelsea will be 18 on Valentine's Day. Buddy will be 13 like 10 days after Chelsea in February. So he's basically been Chelsea's little brother, we'll say. So when the time comes, you know, we're not letting him suffer. I mean, because he does a lot of that now, just laying around, and he's got the right to. But Anyway, so the rest of this video, Colin is supposed to be, hopefully, coming tomorrow, Wednesday, so we can go through that. As most of you know or have been with me, Colin used to work for one of the John Deere dealers. I got to be good friends with him. He does work for me on the side, and I'm going to have him do a combine inspection on this and just go through, you know, check the rotor, just go through a lot of the shit that somebody like that should look at and check, as opposed to me, to make sure we're good on everything. You know, chances are he'll find something that I won't, and that's what I want to make sure of, so that we know we're 100% good to go in another, I'm thinking another week to 10 days. It's the 21st of September now. I don't know if it'll be beans or if it'll be corn. If we have corn down below 25%, we may start with corn. I don't know, we'll see. But another quick little story. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you already know this, how pissed off I've been the last, well, it's Tuesday, since Friday. All right, Chelsea got put in quarantine jail on Friday. You know, marched out of school. Actually, she drives, so, but the principal had to call me to speak with me before she could be let go. Long story short, yeah, I know when I say that it's usually not, but Chelsea, you know, got, and like 12 other kids or something like that were possibly in contact, you know, possibly in contact for more than 15 minutes with somebody who tested positive. You know, my personal opinion, big deal. These kids are fine when they test positive anyhow, but not even going to get into that. That's live stream material anyhow. But she got taken out of quarantine jail today because she just kept arguing with us that, Mom, Dad, you know, I wasn't. They got it wrong. Of course, all these schools today have camera systems, you know, that us taxpayers paid for. And we've contacted the school, emailed. I spoke with a board member, actually just a little bit ago before I started filming this, because I spoke with her, this board member, also the other day. You know, we emailed the superintendent, the principal. Of course, my conversation with the principal on Friday when Chelsea was in the office started out with her having it on speaker, and then she immediately took it off speaker, and I'm thinking, why? Chelsea's heard these words, because yeah, I got a little hot and probably talked a little bit like I do on a live stream, but you know what, I don't give a shit, because come to find out, after reviewing today, well, I'll go back a step. At 7:30 this morning, the principal called my wife. People don't like to call me. Imagine that. But spoke with her. She got off the phone. My daughter was like, did you ask her to review the film? No. So I told my wife, call back with your number. I'll talk. Because that way they might actually answer the phone. If they see my number, they probably won't, because they weren't answering the phone on Friday neither. But anyways, so I got the principal. I said, review the footage. Well, then Barb spoke with her on and off 3, 4, 5 times again during the day. Come to find out, some other teacher said it was Chelsea that ate lunch in a teacher's room with this person who tested positive, who, by the way, felt horrible about all of this and is a friend of Chelsea's. And then the resource officer, who obviously, you know, doesn't even know these kids, apparently, said yes, it was Chelsea. So the principal finally reviewed the film. Wasn't even my daughter. It was a different girl. So today, Tuesday, after being thrown out of school midday, noonish on Friday, and having to stay home yesterday, got to go to her cross-country practice tonight and gets to go back to school. So yes, it was a major fuck-up in plain English on the school's part, which I had that discussion with the board member I spoke with. Yes, the principal was, you know, so apologetic and everything, but the problem was this past weekend was homecoming. So my daughter missed her senior year homecoming. Didn't go to the dance, you know, homecoming football, all the festivities of homecoming. So her sophomore year, she got screwed out of all those things. Junior year last year, they didn't even have a prom, only for, I'm thinking it was just for the seniors. So the juniors got screwed out of everything. And now this year, her senior year, she got screwed out of homecoming. So I told the board member that I think the school, you know, these kids deserve to have another homecoming. Because the fact that it took us parents to be assholes in plain English and just keep pounding on the school, and then them to say, well, you know, we've learned, this is a learning experience, we've learned from it. Well, there's a reason why suicide is up, especially amongst young people, drug overdoses, all this the past 2 years, because of all this bullshit we're going through with the beer 19. You know, for a fucking virus with over a 99% survival rate. It's mind-blowing. And now we're segregating kids, so to speak. You know, we got vaccinated ones saying shit to the unvaccinated. Can't believe you're unvaccinated. Well, I can't believe you're vaccinated with the amount of vaccinated people that are getting sick and hospitalized lately. But, and that's a fact, screw tube, so go ahead and fact check it. But come to our county and fact check it. Especially considering that you're not considered fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after your last dose. So if you do get sick after getting one, or a few days after getting your second one, and you get hospitalized, you're considered undarted. Imagine that. But anyways, you know, I told that board member, I go, you need a new system. I go, obviously, this resource officer shouldn't be checking the film when he doesn't know these kids. Apparently, you know, thinks my daughter is somebody else. And why isn't somebody double checking it and even triple checking it to start with? Because it's one thing for us adults to deal with this shit, but kids, that's a whole new level to put this kind of bullshit stress for the last 2.5 years basically on these kids, or 2 years. So, but anyways, I just wanted to tell you that story, and we'll probably finish this video with doing some combine stuff, and then we'll hopefully be into harvest soon. All right, Callan is here, and we are doing the combine inspection. We just did the rotor, which he determined was in balance.
When you spin this, you want it to come to a nice smooth stop. You don't want to see where it's dropping to a heavy point and coming back.
We checked all the
Separation tines are all on there. None are cracked.
For whatever reason, our stupid little lights keep flashing on and off here that are supposed to stay on.
Yeah, they're timing out.
Because they time out. So we'll turn them back on. We checked the shoe augers. He just explained that to me before I turned the camera on because I forgot.
So we're checking the backlash on the front drive sprockets, making sure that our gears aren't too loose where everything's slopping and wearing bad, or too tight where we got a lot of restriction.
And as you can see, it's amazing the cobwebs, even after you spend 2 hours cleaning everything in the fall. Yeah. Mind numbing.
So, we're checking the bearings on the back of the shoe augers here. They're good and tight here. You can kind of check it here in the front, but the best way is to climb up underneath and see the front bearing.
Which he can do that.
Yeah.
He's younger and more agile than I am. So basically this was my main reason for wanting him here, because like I've told you before, he used to work at a John Deere dealership. Now he's home on their family farm. But he still has all that knowledge in his head, so I have him come and check all this stuff, because the inner workings like this, the rotor and all that, I'd much rather have somebody who knows what they're doing check it than, you know, a dumbass like me. So I just dug out the book, and it shows the lubrication charts on the side of the combine. And I'll tell you why I dug it out. because here's the lubrication chart for this side of the combine. Every grease fitting on this side of the combine and whatnot. Up there, behind that one, which you can't see right now because of this. Actually, you'll be able to see it better there. I push that out of the way. Behind that one that he's spinning right now from back there, there is a grease fitting that Colin just told me about. I can honestly say I'm not sure I've ever greased it. It's not in the book. It's not on their chart, because it would be, where am I pointing? It would be that one right there. And it does not show a grease fitting there. It shows one down below that idler, below it, and in front of it. But it doesn't show one there, and it doesn't show one in the book. Don't ask me. So, can I honestly say that grease fitting has probably never been greased in 650 hours I've owned this machine? Well, maybe 400 and some separator hours. Yeah, it's probably never been greased. Well, as you can see, it's raining. It's about, what is it, a little after 4 o'clock now, Wednesday. It's supposed to rain all night into tomorrow. Chance of heavy rain tomorrow. Could get total between this and tomorrow night up to 2 inches. So, don't need that this time of year. But anyways, combine inspection done. So we are officially ready as far as the combine goes. Like I told you here a few minutes ago, rotor was fine. He went through. I was having some issues with the yield monitor last year, like when things would get wet, if you left the machine sitting out overnight and it got, you know, a little shower on it or something, it wouldn't register right longer than what it should, because, you know, sometimes if it gets wet, when wet grain's going through, it screws up the little, it's like a piece of poly plating that it throws the grain against. And he was explaining it, like he said, it's a CAN bus system. It's, you know, that's like its own little computer that's sending information to the computer in the cab, and it's just computers, you know, all this bullshit. But he went through all that, said it looked fine. Could just simply be maybe the thing's going to shit. Wouldn't be a surprise. That's usually about my luck. So, but so now all I'm doing is waiting for the dealer to come out and hopefully bring some sort of schematic sheet to mess with the wiring on the grain cart scale, and maybe that little box is bad. I don't know. Gotta have somebody that's, you know, we can trace all them wires and whatnot. It's never ending. There's always some sort of bullshit. But so other than that, other than getting the computer set up in the computer room and the moisture testers, which we won't be testing anything for a few days, that's for sure, to see if it's getting dry, and setting augers up, which we might do this coming weekend, I guess we're pretty much ready. So whether the next video will be an actual harvest video, I don't know. It'll be whatever it is. But all right, go to the, you know, description of the video there. Check out the Grumpy Farmer apparel link. Go check out Mad Moose themselves, all that happy horse shit, and we will see you in the next one. And oh yeah, Buddy says he'll see you in the next one too, because you're gonna stick around, huh, bud? Yeah, as long as you can, right?